So I'm driving into work and I'm listening to Trigonometry. It's one of my favorite podcasts, and they're talking about the most recent ruling in the UK by the Supreme Court that said women are defined as adult human females. And it just reoccurred to me how much our society, individuals in our society, tend to let other institutions define them. They let the government define them. They let LGBTQ communities define them. They let gun activists define them. We're very tribalistic, and it makes sense as humans. That has deep survival roots for us to belong to and participate in a community of sorts. But just as a reminder for everybody, when people say that the Supreme Court defined what a woman is, they mean it by legal classification, and your life is not reduced down to just a legal status. No one's life is reduced to just a legal status. The government may look at me and say, I am in a certain income bracket, therefore I'm taxed this much, that I am Caucasian, and they may use that for statistics. They will recognize that I'm a woman, and they'll use that for other statistics. But I am more than all of those things. All of us are not defined by one category or one thing. And if anything, we're defined by the fact that we are children of God. We belong to the same human family, loved by the same divine being. So just remember that when people are talking about legal classifications, don't take it personally. The government has to be clinical and legalistic when they're talking about human beings. That is how they quantify and measure things. So don't sweat whatever terms the government puts on you. That is not all of who you are. You are so much more than that. All of us are so much more than that. So I think it would be beneficial for all of us to take an emotional step back, especially on this issue of gender definitions and trans stuff. We're all human. So if you're on the side of the spectrum that says, yes, now I can rub it in all of those faces of those people, those men that think they're women, don't forget that they're human. Don't forget that they're human. And then if you're on the other side where you're crying and sobbing to yourself saying, they've erased my identity. No, they haven't. All the government has done is said that for documentation purposes, we're going to recognize your sex, the biological roots of who you are. But they're not able to define all of who anybody is. They can't take away your personality. They can't take away your fashion choices. They can't take away your job or your dreams or your pursuits. All of those things are and always will be yours. So everyone, just be at peace. It's gonna be okay. We're all humans and we're all in this together.